Hey everybody, welcome to Geek Freaks. I am Frank and I'm with Squeaks.
Squeaks.
Alright, and Squeaks, what are you playing right now?
Actually, oh my gosh. I just got back into World of Warcraft again.
You nerd!
I know. I'm getting myself psyched up for BlizzCon. So
I'm into it too.
I went like 3 levels in a day and a half.
Yeah.
I'm on it pretty hard right now for what I can be.
It's so funny how this happens every time. Yeah. You got into it, I got back into it, then Joe, or Taguro and Daniel, and Joe are into it, so we're all back in right now.
Yeah. It's the hype. It's the hype right now with the game. BlizzCon tickets.
And we got a new patch coming up pretty soon too, Rise of Ashara, so that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
What are you watching?
Oh, man. Not really anything, to be honest. Actually, a lot of anime. Because I just turn it on at work while I'm on the computer.
Instead of being a good employee?
Instead of being a good employee.
All right, I'm gonna talk to your boss.
I mean, half employee. I watch some Dragon Ball, and then the boss come around the door, and I'm just yelling because he's asking me a question. I'm not ready for it.
Yeah. So. I haven't watched any Dragon Ball. I need to watch this show.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really watching anything else, though. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just catching up on all my Netflix and Game of Thrones, of course, but yeah.
Oh, Game of Thrones, yeah. Actually, Twilight Zone, and how much I still don't want to watch it anymore.
I just finished Love, Death, and Robots, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Have you seen that before?
Only the first episode.
Watch the rest.
Okay.
Blue Zima, real good. Or Zima Blue, I mean.
Yeah.
Man, there's some really good ones. And another podcast, Ronin Podcast, which we've given a shout out before. When I was tweeting about it, they said that they did an episode about it, and I was wondering if we will. So I think once you finish watching some more stuff, and I'm right now, I'm going through Black Mirror right now. I'm making sure to finish up Black Mirror, and then we go to Twilight Zone. I think once we do that, we'll do an episode about anthology. Shows.
Okay.
We'll kind of
we do that. I know last episode you talked about how it got renewed for season 2, Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Which I'm a little, I don't know why. Maybe because there's stars in it, but I just don't care. Yeah.
The star power I think helps that show a lot.
Yeah. I'm struggling to watch through it, but I mean at least it's not as bad as Teen Titans because that I just totally quit.
Yeah.
But
Doom Patrol, I have no interest in watching Doom Patrol.
No, after Teen Titans I'm not interested in anything they do. So Swamp Thing looks good.
Yeah, I just don't trust the DC service right now.
Yeah, I'm not either.
So we'll have to see how it goes.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into some news. We got movie news. So there's this character. He plays this bat character or whatever. Not a vampire, although it is Robert Pattinson. It's going to be playing Batman.
I like what you did there.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so let's get into this. This is the new Matt Reeves movie. Robert Pattinson is technically the top contender. He doesn't have the job 100% right now.
Okay.
But it's all but, Vanity Fair is the one that put it out there. They don't lie normally. And Matt Reeves' new movie, I'm pretty excited about this. It's going back a little bit on Batman's history, and it's less about the gadgets and more about his detective work. They're going back to him being the world's best detective. It's coming out June 25th, 2021. So we got 2 years. We need to get casting locked in. Are you happy with Robert Pattinson?
I'm just nervous because I've seen him in, like we talked about before, Water for Elephants.
Yeah.
And I thought it was good. Twilight, I don't know. It was just whatever to me. But
he's so moody in that movie.
But man, I like those movies though. I don't know why. I got hooked on them.
I think I was just a shade too old to get that hooked onto them.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the last one still.
I think I graduated high school when I watched the first one. So, I don't know, 2009 or something. But even like Christian Bale, when you first look at Christian Bale, you're like, nah, this guy's going to be Batman, what the hell? And then it's like, these are the best series ever. Of course, it has amazing directing and villains. But even Ben Affleck, I like Ben Affleck as Batman. But for him...
For that version of Batman.
Yes, for the version, yes. Even him outside the Batsuit, I thought, okay, I could see him be a Batman.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if Robert Pattinson, if I'm saying that in the last name right, is going to shock me or us like Christian Bale did.
Another good example for me has always been Heath Ledger. Like when Heath Ledger was first announced, it was like, Heath Ledger, you mean that guy from Patriot and One of the Mountains or whatever? Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, now, arguably the best Batman villain we've ever seen.
Yeah.
So you never know. I do like the idea. Maybe Pattinson will be more of a hiding in the shadows version of Batman. When Ben Affleck was coming in with all the guns and all the explosions and everything he has. I like the idea of Batman being a little bit more vulnerable and having to rely on stealthiness. And again, the detective work, it'll be more of a noir. So I'm kind of excited for a weaker Batman, basically.
Yeah.
Because it's earlier in his career and everything like that. Obviously, he's younger. Robert Pattinson is 33, I want to say right now.
Oh, that's it? Oh.
Christian Bale was 31 when he got the first movie.
Holy I didn't know he was that young, too.
I know. I'm feeling very old because I'm not 31 no more.
But I am nervous for the fact that what is going to happen with all these different changes with Batman to be in the DC universe with Wonder Woman and Aquaman in them.
Yeah, they haven't addressed that yet. That is on everybody's mind. Yeah, I mean, you'd almost have to be like, this is before Justice League, and he comes in. I don't know.
Yeah.
Stuff. There's a couple of little demands on Twitter we're seeing too. Two different things. Okay, so let's get the real bad one out of the way first. People wanting Kristen Stewart.
Oh my God.
It's pretty Catwoman. And you're not on board. Huh?
No, not at all. Not at all.
I think if she was Catwoman in a Catwoman standalone is one thing. Putting them together is just going to be distracting. Everybody's going to be talking about how bad this movie's going to be before it comes out.
And we'll all talk about, compare it to Twilight.
Yeah, it'll always be that way.
But why can't we have... Why are we deleting all of Christian Bale's pretty much Batmans? Well, so why can't we have... Yeah, but if we're trying to continue this DC universe like Marvel has, you can't keep giving me these different... things going on.
Yeah, but they don't. But just like Marvel doesn't include Blade in their MCU, you're starting new. Like, okay, DCU EU started with Man of Steel. That's the first one.
Okay.
The ones before that don't count as part of the DCEU, which is a shame because Christian Bale was a badass.
But then we got Batman as Ben Affleck in DCU.
Right, because that was the new Batman.
So, I see what you're saying. I see because Catwoman was in the Christian Bale one, and
yeah.
Yeah. Because I was say, why don't we keep Anne Hathaway as Catwoman?
I liked her as Catwoman. Yeah, she did okay.
I thought her outfit was kind of like Halloween costume.
Yeah, but it made more sense. But that's it also made a lot more sense for the Christian Bale universe, which was a lot more like, Christopher Nolan kind of kept things subdued over there. Explosions, sure, but not like magic or anything like that.
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense that way. But I liked her. I like that Bane too, and everybody hates that Bane sometimes. So.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll get one comparable to the old Catwoman from Michael Keaton days, but
that'd be cool if they brought her in as like a little Easter egg. That'd be cool.
Oh, that would be neat. But yeah, I would like to see that kind of Catwoman style.
Speaking of those days, people. Oh man, I'm telling you, I'll go nuts for this. People are wanting Michael Keaton, the 90s, early 90s Batman, to play Batman again, and then this be McGinnis, or what I think his name is McGinnis, Batman Beyond. Pattinson play Batman Beyond.
Damn, I might like that better.
I think that would be amazing.
Because Batman Beyond, that character is kind of skinny and scrawny anyway.
Yeah.
So if you put him in that role, then I'm like, okay, I can see him play that more than actual Batman.
Exactly. I think he actually fits that version of Batman the best.
And plus, I just want to see Michael Keaton as Batman again. Yeah. Real quick, throwing it in there. I did the W tour. I know we're going off, but I have to.
That's okay.
I did the WB tour when I went to Burbank.
Yeah.
And we got to see all the Batmobiles. And for the worst Batman that everyone talks about, and I agree with him, is it Batman Beyond with the George Clooney? Which one is that one?
I think it might be
Batman
Forever. It might be
Batman Forever.
I think it's Beyond.
Whatever it is.
No, that ain't right. It was good.
Man, the cars were actually kind of neat.
Yeah.
The like over the top cartoony looking cars, and those were kind of cool. But we got to see all the Batman outfits.
That early '90s car was like the jet engine right in the center.
Yeah.
That thing's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that thing.
All right, anyway.
All right. Any more rants you want to get out of the Batman? This is your time to vent about it. I know when this first happened, the internet almost blew up. So.
I'm gonna blow myself up if Kristen Stewart is
I don't think they'd be that insane.
No.
So we'll see.
God.
We'll be keeping an eye on it, and we'll be reporting back as things go on. All right. Daniel Craig from James Bond 25. They're on 25 right now.
25
James Bond movies.
Oh wow.
I know, right? He just got himself hurt, so the movie's getting delayed again. I'll read it. This is from a UK paper. He was sprinting during the film when he slipped and fell quite awkwardly. That's so British. You gotta remember, I got a British accent when I'm saying this. He was in quite a lot of pain and was complaining about his ankle. As further elaborates, as you'd expect, he also was pretty angry with what had happened, which I think Daniel Craig on set has to be kind of rough. He seems like the kind of guy who would get angry about anything.
Yeah.
He threw his suit and jacket on the ground in sheer frustration.
Wow.
He's not happy playing Bond. We've already heard that from the last one, and then he always when he gets a job.
So why is he doing it again?
They pay him so much money.
Yeah.
But you do most of your own stunts. It's one of those things where it's brutal on you.
Yeah.
And last movie he was like, it's too hard. I'm not doing it again. But movie before that said it again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
well, at some point, okay, you're coming back. You hate your job, but you want the money. Okay, cool. But how much money did you already give for the other films to where? I mean, you're probably a multi-millionaire now. So if you hate it so much, why are you still doing it? What can't you buy with an extra millions you get in this one that you can't buy already?
Yeah.
At some point, I don't know what he makes, but
I don't know. But
if you hate it that much and you're just gonna be that pain of ass when we want to, and plus he's my favorite James Bond actually.
Is he?
I love Daniel Craig. Really, yeah. I love Daniel Craig. I don't know. Maybe it's the way he brings himself out as James Bond. I don't know.
He's definitely
his
more
presence.
He's more like rough and tumble.
Yeah.
Like like rough. But I like Pierce Brosnan. To me, has always been like the James Bond because that's when I started watching James Bond. It was in the '90s, and I loved all the video games that were tied in with him. Nightfire. Me and Tagiro talk about how we played Nightfire so much that we know the maps, and like there was like the missile guided one where you actually shot the missile and then you guided the missile where you wanted it to go. We could be standing in different houses on opposite sides of the map, shoot the missile off, and go through the houses to hit each other.
That's funny.
That's just how much you played that game.
Yeah.
Like you would know what wall they're standing behind, hit the wall enough to where the person behind the wall died.
Yeah.
So it was crazy.
Well, then after this one, this will probably be his last James Bond movie, right?
I would have to say, yeah, I think he is. I think he said it is, yeah.
Because I know the last one was supposed to be whatever, and then there was that rumor about Idris Elba being the next one.
Yeah.
I'm curious about who would be the next one.
I think Henry Cavill would be good.
I did like him in Mission Impossible.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Mission Impossible really got me thinking that.
Dang. You know what? Henry has the facial structure of just to play any badass character to me.
And he
just looks the part.
Props.
Yeah.
He doesn't, because everybody's down on Superman. And honestly, it's the writing that makes Superman bad, not him.
Oh, for sure. I think he's a perfect image for Superman.
I think he is. Yeah. And everybody hates him. Again, I know I'm kind of positive Pete over here, but still. Yeah. All right. New Star Wars films are going to be directed and written and created, yada, 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 by David Binoff and D.B. West. They're the guys that make Game of Thrones. This is the new Star Wars movie coming in 2022 because they're going to take a little bit of a break after this next one. It's unclear if this is going to be part of a trilogy, but there is followed up ones in 24 and 26. The Last Jedi director, Rian Johnson, he's also going to get a new trilogy. Well, they haven't said the word trilogy, but 3 movies as well. Are you excited about those two making a movie, Star Wars movie?
I am, because of course, with dialogue of Game of Thrones and some of the action scenes we get, they're pretty awesome. The only thing I'm worried about is what are we doing with Star Wars now? I
hope they do Old Republic, because to me that's where everything's at. We've talked about that before. I'm worried because Game of Thrones, well, I think it's probably like the best. It's definitely the best television we have now, and it might be some of the best television we've ever had. The writing has definitely slipped after they lost the George R. R. Martin influences.
When did they lose that?
After Jon Snow comes back.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people are kind of ticked off with this last season right now.
Well, it's rough. But we really needed like another 3 more seasons.
See, for me, I'm like, just go with it. Enjoy the ride. That's me being the positive Pete now, whatever you call it.
No, when you listen to our Game of Thrones episodes, and it's funny because we talk about, with the other podcasters again, it's one of those things where it's like, I try to look at the best things possible. I'm at least thinking about the show a lot. I'm engaged. Maybe if it makes me mad, if it makes me happy, if it's so emotionally impactful, that means that the show was good.
Yeah.
So otherwise, I'm watching a show and I don't care about what I feel. It doesn't give me any feelings. Yeah. So that tells you right there that at least it's that good.
And my feelings were not the last episode. What episode was it? 3, 4, 4. I think when they're celebrating and then Bran gets with Jamie and stuff.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people didn't like that episode, but I did because we got to see them as different emotions of like being happy, being sad, and then you got the Jon Snow and Daenerys issue. But I liked it. But my thing is, because Disney always wants to tell people what to do, how much of that influence is going to be to where you have to make it like this? Then what's the point of having directors for your Disney movies?
Well, okay. In rebuttal to that, if we look at the MCU, also Disney, they have been kind of letting them steer the path a lot more. Like, they'll say, like, here's Black Panther. He needs to be able to kill Killmonger at the end of it. But then you have, I can't remember his name. The guy that did Creed, I can't remember his name. But anyways.
Michael B. Jordan?
The actual director. He's able to put his spin on it and stuff like that. And then we get a beautiful movie that feels like a movie from him.
Yeah. So, but we've also heard the rumors where, like, Disney always just got you on a ball and chain almost.
I do think they do. Yeah. They have to protect their IPs. But I also think that They get these great directors, especially in the Marvel world. They're starting to bring in some really good ones, and we see an influence of them. The guy that did Thor 3, Taika Waititi, I can't remember his name right, but
don't bring up Thor 3.
You don't like Thor 3?
Ragnarok?
Yeah,
one of my worst movies ever.
It's one of my most rewatchables.
Damn, that's crazy. I'm like the only person that feels that way. It feels like because Yeah. Anyway.
At first, I wasn't as big of a fan as I am now because I've been rewatching it more and more.
Yeah.
And it's just like one of those you could throw on and be like, man, this is just a good movie.
Yeah.
Have you rewatched it lately?
No, and I probably won't. And I wasted it on 4K too.
Oh,
my money.
Man.
But to me, okay. Real quick then. To me, it's like, okay, let's go to the whole planet, do his stuff. But then at the same time, you got this awesome villain that isn't much here and there because you got two stories going on, and then your whole world is gonna die. And then next thing you know, you were jacking around with Hulk.
But okay, how comic book is that though? Where the stories are kind of like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We have a big bad, and then we have another big bad that pops up. It felt very comic book. You had the Hulk side story, which was like the tie-in comics that always happen that cost a lot of freaking money.
Yeah,
that kind of thing. It felt very comic booky.
Okay, but I don't know. I just thought that villain could have been something bigger because she was insane.
Yeah, hella, yeah.
So it would have been nice to see some more of her, that's all.
No, we may. She may be coming back.
And then Hulk being like that super comedian type character, I just wasn't digging it until we got to see him on Infinity War, to where he was like, he's serious to the funny characters, like when he first got into the ship.
Yeah.
That's the Thor I was like, okay, this is amazing, because he's funny, but he's not trying to be funny.
My favorite, Thor in Endgame stole the movie to me.
Yeah, yeah.
His ability to like, one of the best shots, and I've seen the movie a few times now, is when Hulk says, blah, 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 Thanos, and then he, like, breaks down, and don't say his name in here. Mm. Like, oh, man, Chris Hemsworth acting in that moment was, woof.
Yeah.
Okay. On to the next piece. It's a much more lighthearted. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids is getting a reboot. We're getting the movie back, guys. This one's with Josh Gad. You know who Josh Gad is? He did Olaf and Frozen.
Oh, yeah. Okay. He's going to be like the dad or something, or what is he?
He's going to be the kid from the first movie grown up.
Shoot.
Yeah.
That could be kind of funny.
I hope they bring back the original dad. But, man, those movies, I watched them countless times as a kid. Yeah. Those are really good.
I always remember Disneyland where they did the Honey, I Shrunk the Audience.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that?
I think I did, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why.
That's I did. Yeah. It has like the it was the Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson
and
experience.
Then they changed it or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. A long time ago. Dang. Yeah.
But I'm excited for this. This is gonna be a cute movie to watch. Not excited. Yeah. I remember Honey, I Shrunk the Kid was good. The sequel I maybe seen once or twice. Mm-hmm. I think it's a sequel. And then the Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. Is that the third one?
Is that the third one? I don't know.
Maybe it's the second one.
I'll check it out.
All right.
I'll check it out.
That's a good one too, where the baby's like a big and he's like stomping around the city. God, these are still the movies, but I do enjoy them. Okay. While you're checking it out, I'll go to the next thing. Right. Oh, do we have it?
It's loading.
Okay. Marvel Eternals is coming out. That's the next big Marvel project that they're working on, a whole new title. And they're going to be adding Richard Madden. You know who Richard Madden is, the King of the North. He's Robb Stark from Game of Thrones.
Oh, I did see that. Yep.
Yeah. And he's going to be joining Angelina Jolie and Kumail Nanjiani. Boy, these names are tough these days. They were both part of the cast. Madden is supposed to be playing Icarus. He was created by Jack Kirby, one of the best in the world. And he's legendary for making all of our galactic heroes. All right, here we go.
Blew Up the Kid is 2. 3 is We Shrunk Ourselves.
That one's dumb.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Yeah, it's not worth to watch. In a world of silly movies, that one's the silliest. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, and he's like he's one of the most powerful ones, Icarus.
Okay.
Eternals. Do you know anything about him? Are you happy to hear about him and stuff like that?
I don't care. I don't care at all.
No, not at all.
Yeah, no, I don't.
This one, what I'm excited about is the last time we heard of a project like this, it was Guardians of the Galaxy. We're like, guys, nobody knows who Guardians of the Galaxy is. We don't care about him. And now it's one of my favorites.
One of our favorites, yeah.
So I'm hoping, and the cast, Angelina Jolie I'm not a big fan of, but Madden I am. I'm hoping for the best. We'll see how it goes. Fingers crossed.
How do you feel about, since the trailer dropped, it can kind of be a movie news, the trailer for Maleficent 2?
I haven't even seen the first movie, so I don't know.
Oh, good. Well, you're not missing anything. Yeah.
I had no interest. I'm not an Angelina Jolie fan.
There's few of us that feel this way, I feel like, but hopefully there's more out there and they're just not speaking up.
Yeah.
But I hate that mother effing movie. Like, oh my God. You watch it.
Thank you for censoring
real
yourself.
Brief, yeah. Right. Real brief, just to give you it. It's supposed to be Maleficent. a dark side of Sleeping Beauty. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
this is gonna be a badass. We get to see a dark side. No, she ends up being a good person. And then you make number 2 and you see that trailer. And you're like, why is she so evil when you're a good girl in the first one? No.
So could it be like the fall
Jack
of
me up.
Maleficent, the second one?
I don't know, but I feel like you're trying to help.
You're trying to fix your mistake.
I don't know. I mean, maybe Disney's fixing the mistake because how are you going to make one of the most iconic Disney villains a good person?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
I liked her in Wanted, right? She was in Wanted. Where
That's a good movie, though. That's a cool movie.
Yeah, I liked her in that, and I liked her in Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I really like that movie.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But other than that, I've never really been like...
I fell in love with her with that Tomb Raider.
I was hoping to bring it up because that's the movie I can't stand her the most in.
I just think she's so funny.
I think the new Tomb Raider is amazing, which you probably haven't seen yet.
I have not.
I watched your shit. You gotta watch mine.
Which one did you watch?
The Bumblebee movie.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll watch it. Maybe I'll download it on my plane ride.
There you go.
Okay.
You gotta watch it. All right, so you had some news. We had some Saw news.
Real quick, yes, Chris Rock is hooking up with James Wan to make a Saw spinoff.
That's a fun team right there. I'm excited to see what they can do.
I'm interested with the Chris Rock thing.
Yeah,
because
I mean, James Wan's always good.
Oh, for sure. Oh my God, yes. But then you're like, okay, you're mostly a comedian, so are we just gonna get a funny one, or how am I supposed to look at you serious? Probably not, but
yeah, I think he's just got the capital behind it.
Yeah,
maybe, but
I don't know.
It's gonna be an interesting team. I really want to see what they do.
Yeah, different.
Yeah.
Also, Michelle Rodriguez demands Fast and the Furious 9 at a female writer and wins it.
Yeah, we talked about this. I think they need all new writers.
Yeah, so I don't care if you're female or male, just scrap everyone.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, do something with it. Because I don't care enough about Fast and Furious.
I missed the last, I guess maybe one or two of them. I haven't seen the last two, but they have been getting better, I think.
I think they're crazy action, and maybe that's why they're getting better. What do you think?
Yeah,
I haven't seen the last one.
They're definitely not the Fast and Furious anymore. I think they could have renamed the whole franchise a long time ago. Because before, when it was all about stun DVD players, that shit's done. Now they're like dragging vaults through Rio.
Yeah,
like it's nuts.
Planes going out of like 20-story tall, not planes, but cars going out of the buildings.
Having car fights with submarines. I mean, that sentence right there sounds like I'm on drugs, but I remember it from one of the trailers.
So, how do you feel about the Hobbs and Shaw movie then?
I'm excited about that one though.
For some dumb reason, I'm like, you know what? I haven't seen a good, I don't know, a crazy action movie in a while in a movie theater.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I either horror movies or probably like superhero movies I go to the movie theater for. But I don't know why. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should check this one out. This could be like just crazy fun action.
I think it's going to upset the hell out of me too. Because every time I see a trailer, there's a new quip that they're doing between Jason Statham and The Rock. Which I like both of them together though.
Oh, yeah.
But there's always like a little joke they're doing where I'm like, oh, that's such a cheesy joke. And there's a new one every episode, every trailer. That means that the movie's full of them for them to be able to pull that many of them out of there.
Yeah.
So it's probably going to drive me nuts watching this movie, but I'm looking forward to it. And then we find out at the end they all like meet up in Hawaii.
I was going to bring that up.
And he's going Moana on him.
So we're just going to be okay with watching him fight with these like wooden stick sword things with these guys with guns.
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, so the guys with guns are just going to be like, oh yeah, we'll drop these and we'll fight man to man. No, just kill them all. I really hope
that's not what happens, but when you watch the sequence on the trailer, like that's the only thing that makes sense is they're like, all right, we'll beat you up, man. And they drop their guns.
Oh my God.
For honor.
Yeah, I'm like, no, if I see The Rock charging at me the way he is, I'm going to use a gun.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. And Hobbs and Shaw, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know. It might be, I don't know if you know or not. They were always against each other, right?
Yeah.
Shaw was villain, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just trying to remember.
Yeah. Again, I haven't seen the last one, but from my understanding, that's the idea. And it's Shaw's sister that's like kidnapped this one or something like that.
Yeah.
She's from The Crown. I like her. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll watch them I'm going to Texas on a plane ride, so maybe I'll pick up something.
That's a good idea. Yeah. Report back.
Even if it's bad, yeah.
All right. And then what was the last piece that you had?
No, that was it.
Then I had the... Oh, yeah, no. Immortal Kombat.
Oh, shoot. Yes, I forgot.
Come on, Mortal Kombat
I know.
fan.
Dang it. I didn't highlight it big enough, I guess. Mortal Kombat is creating a film. Okay.
Yeah.
I know I love Mortal Kombat, but whatever.
It's so funny because if you ask any gamer, they're like, oh, what was, blah, blah, blah. Everybody talks about how great Mortal Kombat was.
Yeah.
And I might be the only person on the planet that thinks this, like you with Ragnarok. I really like the Street Fighter movie.
Oh, man. I don't know how I feel about any of those, really.
Jean-Claude Van Damme, do you remember seeing it?
I've seen it.
And
but
the dad from the Addams Family played, what's his name, Bison? I can't remember his name, but anyways.
Bison's, yeah.
Oh, man. I love him because growing up, my whole family was Jean-Claude Van Damme, everything. We were such big fans of his.
That's funny.
So any movie he was in, we all like stopped. Okay, the new Jean-Claude Van Damme movie's out.
Dang.
Go to 49er Video, go to Blockbuster Video, pick it up. Stopped our day, watched it.
Yeah.
Man, that movie was so freaking good. And then of the two fighting games, I was more of a Street Fighter fan. I always played Blanca, so like
Yeah.
I just love and E Honda, man, E Honda would
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I love both games for sure. I'm more of a Mortal Kombat a fan for the style of fighting because it feels like you actually have to put these combos together.
Yeah.
But back to the movie though, I think it'd be cool to see nowadays technology when it comes to the fighting. But now, since comparing to the old one, the biggest thing in Mortal Kombat is fatalities and how gruesome it is. So, are we going to get that Saw gruesomeness to the Mortal Kombat? Because that's what everyone wants to see. I want to see heads flying off.
Now that you're mentioning it, that's literally the only thing I really care about. I want to see someone's spine ripped out of the back.
Exactly. Yeah. Go over the top with it. You do it with the games. We have technology nowadays. You can do it in the movies.
I wonder if they're going to do a movie that like merges the two reality. Because right now, that's in Mortal Kombat 11. That's the big deal. Is that the two realities are merged together.
Yeah, and it seems like everything with NetherRealms is all about time and space or whatever. Yeah. Like they can't just do a regular story. But yeah. So but it's a really good story. This Mortal Kombat 11 is super good.
I don't play the games because I'm not a big Mortal Kombat fan, but the story's so interesting that I do like watch videos on the story to kind of keep up on it because it's like it is pretty interesting. They're going out there. A fighting game that has an interesting story. I mean, who the heck thought,
really.
So I'm down.
Yeah.
Bring back the Street Fighter movie though, I'm just saying. All right, we won't get into it. There's a lot of good casting you can do for that. All right, so in TV news, there's not a lot of TV stuff going on. Back to George R. R. Martin, the writer of Game of Thrones. I just want to get this out there. Or of Ice and Fire and Game of Thrones. He says, everybody's talking about, like, oh, he finished the books, yada, yada, yada. And he's holding off, like, HBO and Dave and Dan asked him to not release the books until the show was done. Mm-hmm. And he came out and said, like, that's just stupid. Why would I do that? They wanted the movie. 5 years ago when the book was Winds of Winter and stuff like that was supposed to come out, they wanted it back then because it was source material for them. Why would I wait for that? So it's all nonsense. This actually came out because the guy who played Barristan Selmy. You remember Barristan Selmy back in the day?
In Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
No.
He was like the guard for Daenerys back when she was a Marine. The old man.
I don't think so.
Okay, wow. He was part of the King's. When he left the show, in the books, he's supposed to be still alive, and he's like doing well. He's actually taking care of Marine while she's gone. But in the show, they wrote him out. They killed him off, yada, yada, yada. And he's all upset about it. So at a German Comic-Con, he's the one that said, like, George has been done with these books for a long time. They're just waiting to, like, release them.
Yeah.
Starting some beef, and it's like, dude, you're done, okay? Don't be upset about it. You should be happy that you're in a Comic-Con because of Barristan Selmy. Nobody's going to watch you for anything else.
Yeah.
It's because of your Barristan Selmy. So he's all upset about it. But George R. R. Martin came out and said that's just nonsense. So everybody get off your excitement and it's fine. Yeah. Rick and Morty season 4.
Can I backtrack for a second? So what is going on with the books, or what's he want to do with them?
He's an old man who writes slow.
So there's nothing done right now that
he's finishing up like with the editing and stuff like that for Winds of Winter. It will probably come out at the end of this year.
Okay.
But I probably had said that sentence 5 years ago. So we don't know.
Okay.
He does write very slow. It's been a long time since Dance of Dragons.
Okay.
And he has one more too. Dream of Spring coming out afterwards.
Well, and then the Fire and Blood one just came out not so long ago.
Yeah.
That one just came out like the end of last year, right?
A lot of that book is developed as he's writing the other books because it's a history of the Targaryens.
Yeah.
And he's the kind of writer that okay, I'm going to introduce this new character. I need to create an entire backstory for this character. And he'll write a side thing that's all about that character so that they're full and developed characters. That's why Game of Thrones is so amazing, is because when you're watching, you feel like these are real people living in a real world. Like the world feels real, the characters feel real. It's because they're not written for the lines they say. They're characters that happen to say the lines that are in the story. They're big characters already made. And so that's why it's hard. He has like 2,000 characters in his books right now. Each one of them are developed characters.
Dang. Yeah. Crazy.
I know, it's nuts. All right, so Rick and Morty season 4 is getting released in November. Finally. You were just watching Rick and Morty?
Man, I did.
What's your favorite episode?
Oh, what the heck?
I'm putting you on the spot.
Oh, man, I don't know.
My go-to is the Mr. Meeseeks episode.
Yeah, that one's cool. Maybe the part where the world got all Mad Max style. And then they went back in time to kill the other Rick and Morty, and now they live in that world.
Okay, yeah.
To me, that was the episode of like, oh my gosh, this show is way smarter than what it looks like.
Yeah.
Because now the whole time I'm going on with these two characters that they're not even in the real reality.
And they call back to it. It's not like a thing that's forgotten.
Exactly. And
yeah.
then later on in whatever season that you see those parents living totally fine in that Mad Max world or whatever.
That's the season 3 one, I think.
But that was the episode where I'm like, holy crap, this show is smart.
Yeah.
And we just think of it as some dumb cartoon. Or, well, people don't look too deep into it. It's a deep-ass show.
It really is.
Yeah.
One of the good ones, too, is the Avengers episode where they do, like, I forget what their name of theirs is. But it's like an Avengers ripoff one. But I like how Rick just, like, saws them. Where they're like, oh, we're going to go fight our Thanos. And then he gets drunk one night and he's all pissed off because they made some, like, joke about him. So he's like, okay, I'm going to go kill Thanos. And then... and then I'm going to get you guys stuck in a saw situation.
Dang, I might have to watch this series over again.
I love that episode so much.
Gosh.
Anyway, so... It's great writing. And then when you watch production, it's amazing on that show. A lot of the dialogue is made up as it goes. It's ad-libbed. And it's... Oh, God, what's his name? Justin Roiland, who's the co-creator of the show with Dan Harmon. He's the one that does the voice for both Rick and Morty. And when he does Rick's role, a lot of times they have him, like, they'll film it, have him get drunk to make some of the dialogue for Rick. When he's, like, stumbling around, he's like... Oh, blah, blah, blah. That's him just drunk on set.
Oh, crap.
Because they have him like, all right, take your shots, man. You got to go do the...
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to need Rick to rumble around a little bit.
I need a job like that.
Oh, man, I know, right? Well,
just
we could do this podcast that way. I'm just saying.
We should start doing that. So did they ever find out or work out an agreement with, like... Because it was merchandise and
stuff
stuff
like that. Yeah, they locked him down for, I think, 4 more years.
Okay, so they must have settled something when it comes to...
They're getting some cheddar.
Rights. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
About time. I mean... When you put that much care into a show, that obviously it's like #1 comedy for young adults.
Yeah.
Get them the money they need.
Yeah, really. You'll still make yours.
Yeah.
Don't be too greedy.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Disenchantment got season 2 premiere for September 20th. It's going to be a 10-episode run. Have you watched that yet?
Next.
Yeah.
No, have you?
Not yet.
I don't care.
I love Simpsons. I love Futurama. I need to just get around to it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm thinking something else.
You nerd.
I'm thinking of a Disney one. The
Oh no, I'm not gonna be talking about that one where it's like all the kids of the people.
I think so.
I don't know. I'm talking
about. It starts
about
with a D, whatever. Yeah, but honestly, I could still have the same reaction. I watched the first season. It was alright. It was an okay story. I did. Okay. The story was cool, but it's nothing like...
Was it as good as Futurama? That's what it feels like to me. It feels like Futurama.
Futurama's a different episode every time, right? Like, is it a continuation?
Have you not watched Futurama?
Not here and there, just random episodes.
Okay. We'll talk about Rick and Morty smart. Oh my god. I'm telling you. Rick and Morty took a lot of references from that. A lot of inspiration from Futurama. Oh yeah. A very good show. Yeah. It got canceled about 4 times, but it's still very good.
Yeah.
Okay, last thing on TV, I'm checking our time. Disney takes over Hulu. Full on.
What the fuck? But you already are making your own service.
And that's what everyone's
monopoly.
Like, why do you want to do that?
Because they want a monopoly. They're going to monopoly everything in this world.
They're going to use Hulu for all their FX stuff. So they're closing down the FX app, which I don't know if you even use. Used to use because it was where Simpsons lived.
Yeah.
Now it's going to live.
But Simpsons on Hulu anyway, right?
Well, it'll probably be on both, to be honest with you. But Hulu's going to be where all FX's streaming service is going to go, Archer and stuff like that, because they said, like, we need to keep Disney Plus to where you don't need to have the parental controls on, basically.
Yeah.
And so FX is where everything else is going to go. So your Touchstone movies probably be over there, things like that. The FX. Fox is still in development. It's still developing projects. That's where they're going to be going. So Hulu will be like the edgier Disney Plus, probably.
Are we getting that X-Men horror looking show on that one?
Yeah, that got pushed back again.
Yeah, I saw that, actually.
And now it has a firm date for like 2020.
Damn.
I won't talk about it until I see that movie coming up. Like,
yeah.
They keep pushing it back, which is terrible signs.
Yeah.
They keep having to re-edit it, so reshoot things.
Yeah. Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna be owned by Disney one day.
It'll be like Disney, Amazon, and Google have everything.
Yeah.
Maybe Walmart too. There you go.
You know, I got a conversation with someone that was like, we're gonna pretty much there won't be ever a Target and Walmart because people get rid of instant gratification. I'm like, I'm sorry, but we always are gonna have that.
They're saying they were gonna get rid of instant gratification.
They think that. I was like, no, I'm sorry. If I need cat litter, I need to go to the store right now and get cat litter.
Do they know how humanity works? Like,
yeah.
If Amazon opens up locations as well,
that's a different story then, but it's still not getting rid of Well, I think we'll always have a Target and Walmart.
I think one will eventually buy the other one at some point, which will be Walmart by Target. But
really? I think Target buys Walmart.
You think so? Walmart's an American company. They're the one that would want to merge. Target's a French company. They don't care about that kind of thing. America would give them Target better. Yeah, I know. Well, a lot of people do. I actually, and I have friends that like are like really big on saying don't go to Walmart, and I'm like, Walmart's nearby. I like Walmart, so I just go to Walmart. Yeah. All right, here you go, guys. We're getting into the meat of the potatoes.
Finally getting into the BlizzCon stuff.
No.
Oh wow! Okay.
I'm saving all Blizzard
another
stuff
episode then.
What's that?
We're doing 2 episodes?
No, we'll just do the one.
Okay.
It's an action-packed one, though.
Okay.
I'm saving all the Blizzard stuff to the end because we're such Blizzard shills. I want people to be able to wait till the end to see it. Okay. Epic Games is doing the Epic Store is doing the Epic Store Mega Sale. Mm-hmm. Okay. Have you taken a look at that yet? Have you been on?
I went on and I saw them advertising something about this new project they're doing. Yeah. When you first log in, I forgot what it was. It looked like a real-life movie or something. Do you know what it is? What I'm talking about?
I'm not sure about that. No.
Okay. Yeah, skip that then.
Okay, so Epic Store, they're in direct competition with the Steam Store. Steam is amazing. It has been for a long time. But Epic is trying to kind of like get into that market a bit. And they're doing this major sale that's crazy where what they're doing is any game over $15, they'll pay $10 of it. And so if it's a $20 game, you buy it, it's on sale for you for $10, you buy it. And instead of the developer losing out on $10, Epic is paying the $10 to the developer for you.
Where's the benefit of that for Epic?
Yeah, they're losing a ton of money on this, but they're getting new fans. Now your game is in the Epic Store launcher.
So and it does bring more face to the Epic Store. Because I never opened the Epic Store. I don't think I own a game.
Fortnite all the time. So.
Oh my god, no. But I don't even think I own a game on the Epic Store.
I do. A lot of it... I think pretty much all of them. Yeah, every one of them has been the free games because every 2 weeks they give away a free game. So that's pretty cool.
I didn't know that actually too.
Yeah. No. So I do that just because it's free game. I'm not gonna turn away free games. I'm always been a
for sure
big fan of those. What's funny about this sale though is they didn't tell the game developers about it.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So there's a lot of game developers that are all upset.
Well, do they care though? Why?
You would be surprised. A lot of them are upset. Okay, the reasoning behind it is. If you have a new game on the store, and all of a sudden it's on sale, like, I'm talking games that pre-orders are on sale right now. It's nuts. And if you have a game that's on sale, people will give it the Apex effect, we'll call it, where when a game goes cheap in price, you just think it sucks. Mm-hmm. And it's like a bargain bin. Like, oh, it's in the bargain bin? Oh, that's too bad. Like, if I were to tell you right now, oh, the next Halo game is only going to be $10 instead of $50 or $60, you would think like, oh, it's not going to be a full game, or oh, it sucks.
Yeah, true.
It's garbage. You wouldn't think like, oh, man, what an amazing deal. Mm-hmm. That's what's going on. So there have been like the vampire game and stuff like that. They actually pulled it from the store because they were like
the one with the guy just his face on the cover. Vampire? Yeah. Okay.
They actually pulled that off the store because they were like, "There's no way we're going to let you guys bargain bin our games," and they actually lost some developers. Other developers have increased the price of their game to get even more money out of it. Like there was some developers that had like already $5 off, and then they put the sale in place, so it made a $20 game $5. But the developer's still getting $14, what their original price was. Mm-hmm. So the developer moved their game up to $25 instead of the base game. So where the sale brought it down to $19, they got their full price. It's this whole mess. And it's just more evidence that while Epic, it's great that Steam's getting some competition because they needed it. They need the competition to stay honest. But Epic is doing things so sloppily, and they're just throwing cash at the problems. I mean...
When is this sale supposed to happen, though?
It's on right now.
Oh, it's on right now?
Oh, yeah. I've been perusing it,
we're going to have to check that out afterwards then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, to me, the sales are good, but they're not Steam good. Like, Steam will take a game that's like 3 years old and then make it 50 cents.
Yeah.
So it's hard to compete against that. I've bought the entire Batman Arkham franchise for $5. It's freaking nuts. So, all right. Here it is. I knew I had that note. James Wan's working on a new Mortal Kombat movie. Okay. Past that. I didn't know if I had it in my notes. There it is. I had it in the games area. Minecraft Earth just released a trailer and a release date.
Are you ever going to stop talking about Minecraft?
You're the only person who's in our group that has not played Minecraft.
Yeah, okay.
That's my goal in life is to get you to play Minecraft.
Maybe one day. One day. Okay.
All right. And to watch the new Tomb Raider movie. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a new app coming out where it's augmented reality Minecraft. And at first I thought like, oh, okay, very gimmicky, but I'm really excited about it. They're saying it's like Minecraft / Pokemon Go kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And then when I read like a description of how it'll work, it's amazing. So say you're sitting at McDonald's and you're sitting there and you're just hanging out You open up your phone and you point it at your table and you start building a castle.
Yeah, but that's what they advertised a few E3s ago with a headset. Remember they did that?
Well, that part that exists, but it's only like very specific ways of playing it that way.
Okay.
So, but anyway, so say you're building your castle, right? And then like Jonathan comes over and John's like, "Oh, hey, do you need help with that?" Like, "Sure, yeah. Can you build the farm?" So then Jonathan, like, you share with Jonathan. So now you guys are both looking at the castle, and you're both working on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, "Okay, I think it's job complete. What do you think? You want to put it over here?" And you put it in the parking lot of McDonald's, and you can make it expanded towards full size, like life size, where you can walk into it, and you can share it so everybody can see it.
So does it always stay there, or
if you share it with everybody, yeah. And then people can like work on it and change it themselves, or you could have it to where nobody does.
Yeah.
And the idea is that you'll eventually cover the world in like Minecraft projects that people have been working on. That sounds kind of awesome to me.
Yeah, I guess.
As a person who has like extremely big Minecraft problems or projects, I'm looking forward to like transitioning my house into like some cool castle.
Speaking of the mobile games, did you hear about the Harry Potter one coming out?
No, I didn't.
It's basically it's just like Minecraft for what you kind of brought up. It's basically Harry Potter, Pokemon Go. You work for I don't know if you work for the Magic, the Ministry of Magic, but you're like some type of wizard or witch, whatever, and you go out to the real world and there's like magic being leaked out to the real world, but you can't have like the muggles see it. So kind of like Pokemon Go where you're catching Pokemon, this one you're catching different types of magic things going on and you're trying to take it back.
Okay.
So
that's kind of cool.
It just popped up in my head because it kind of sounded like the same.
Yeah.
So I'll be downloading because of Harry Potter. So.
Well, that can kind of fit in the world because Harry Potter takes place in like the late 90s. And so cell phones don't exist. So you could imagine like after Harry Potter, 15 years later on, they have smartphones finally. Mm-hmm. And so maybe that's how they're using smartphone technology.
Yeah.
You know, maybe magic phones.
Story, yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. And then, okay, one more thing. Since we're on the Pokemon Go bandwagon, World of Warcraft's making, or Blizzard's making a World of Warcraft version of Pokemon Go, where you know all the pet battles that are in the game.
Oh yes, we talked about that. Okay.
It's that, but it'll be in the real world. So
okay,
you can do that. Oh, of course, I'll be playing it.
Pet battles, yeah, for sure.
All right, so again, you're a big fan of Fortnite, right? So
Not
John Wick,
all. He's back in it.
John Wick's coming to Fortnite
again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they've done Thanos. This is the first time they're doing John Wick. They have a guy who's like John Wick, but it's not John Wick. This is a new game mode and everything called Wick's Bounty. It's going to come with gold and black bling. Everything's all gold and black. There's a new glider coming out. It's called something called the Boogeyman Wraps, and it's a whole John Wick set. And it's available right now. So if you guys want to get in on your John Wick action, this is time to do it in Fortnite. I don't have any interest in Fortnite anymore. I'm totally done with it.
I don't care. The skins pull me back all the time, but I finally controlled myself to not play it.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Some of the skins are pretty neat. That's why you're like, oh, that's pretty cool. Then you play the game, you're like, oh, yeah, this is the same bullshit.
I've never been good at building and shooting at the same time. And then when you watch pros do it, that's what they're good at. So it's like, okay, I'm not going to be good at this game. Mm-hmm. But it does remind me, our John Wick review will be next week. I know it's coming out this week, but it'll be next week. We'll have John Wick and Aladdin in the same week.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Aladdin.
Fun. All right. Next up, Ubisoft has 3 games coming out this year. It got leaked.
No.
Through this French press. Through a French news source. During a conference call, Ubisoft had said that, or during their presentation to a financial thing, they had the last slides at 3 unannounced titles coming in the fiscal quarter 4. What do you think these titles can be? They work on Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs, Far Cry, Rainbow Six, For Honor, Splinter Cell, maybe. They already have Ghost Recon Breakpoint that they announced. This is 3 different titles that they haven't even announced yet.
Dang.
And this was supposed to be coming out this year. Surprised we haven't heard anything about them.
I could say like a Rainbow Six, not a Siege thing, but something from that.
Siege has been doing really well.
Yeah, surprisingly. I played when it first came out. I didn't think it would be like this.
But they've totally changed it. Since, and it's like way better apparently.
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
Still loyally play that game.
Yeah, I enjoy that game. But I think it's going to be some type of, I don't know. Maybe, I'd say Rainbow Six still. Maybe not like this online thing like Siege, but a story type ordeal or whatever.
I miss the old Vegas ones.
Yeah,
those
something like that.
Man, those are good. I would like to see a new Splinter Cell. Because I haven't played a Splinter Cell yet. But I hear really good things.
What's the one that was just announced, you said again? I saw the trailer. What was it?
That one
is it Ghost Recon?
It's Ghost Recon, yeah.
Oh, man, I've been waiting forever for one of those. So I'm pretty excited for that one.
Well, I'm hoping another Wildlands.
See, I'm hoping for like the Advanced Warfare ones back in the last
generation.
I have, yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
I don't know, I'm just like it, yeah. It probably will be like Wildlands though, huh?
I think Wildlands was a real big... Wildlands was a big hit, and most importantly, the DLC sold well.
Yeah.
So I think that's where it's going to be coming in. I really enjoyed it, and it was cool because it was a way for like, oh, you're helping this Rainbow Six, because you used to be able to do missions with the Splinter Cell guys, and then the Rainbow Six crew, and so they kind of like brought in the other games into it too. So it's kind of a cool little thing that they can do.
The only reason why I'm not saying Far Cry Assassin's Creed, because I feel like we just got Are you really trying to push that much more on us?
Yeah, we just got the expansion to Far Cry.
Yeah,
5.
that New Dawn one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I could see them holding off on that.
And Assassin's Creed was just the Odyssey one, which I don't think is that old yet.
No, but it's a huge hit.
Yes, for sure.
I'm so far I'm so far behind on games.
Yeah.
And I'm back into WoW, which means life shuts down for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm still trying to get through Unity. That's how far back I am.
Wow.
And I'm one of those guys that I cannot go forward until I finish that game.
For sure.
Because I know the story. I know at Origins it basically reboots. But I have to finish Unity, and then I have Syndicate already still. I have that already purchased. And I gotta finish Unity. And every time I start that game up, I play about half an hour, then I'm like, this game sucks.
Yeah.
And I stop playing.
I remember when we first played it, and we were trying to play it online, and it just did not work.
We were so excited when we saw the trailer.
I thought it was going to be the best concept ever for Assassin's Creed.
If they would give you the free range like Far Cry does, where they're like, hey, figure out how you want to kill this thing, and then you and me were like, strategize best way so I could create a distraction so you can kill.
Yep.
That would be amazing. That's not what the game was at all. So, I don't know. They gave it away free, so everybody give it a shot.
Oh, yeah, that's right, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, I started Odyssey not too long ago, but I just got back into WoW, so...
Yeah, I know. I know. I still have Red Dead 2 to play. It's a bunch of things I gotta get to. All right, Microsoft and Sony are going to announce that they're going to be working together for a cloud gaming partnership.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear them working together. They said that they have been in the past, that they've been competing, but also working together to like on the technology end, and that this is going to be a big effort. They're going to both be using the Microsoft Azure program to
What is that?
That's their streaming. That's what Microsoft's been working on for their streaming platform to stream games. It's like the Google Stadia thing. Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm going to read statements from each of their companies. Okay. Here we go. From Microsoft, the two companies will explore joint development of futures cloud solutions in Microsoft Azure to support their respective games and content streaming services. These efforts will also include building better development platforms for the content creator community. That is something that Microsoft has always done well. Their ID program, that's how we get a lot of these really good indie games, is because Microsoft's always been like helping the creators as much as they can.
Yeah.
Like I've said in the past, Microsoft's a better one. Okay.
And next.
From Sony. For many years, Microsoft has been a key business partner for us, through though, of course, the two companies have always competed in some areas. This is from the CEO of Sony. I believe that our joint development of the future of... I believe in our joint development of future cloud solutions. Boy, I read it so well. Anyways, and he keeps going on about how like they want to leverage their technologies to mutually increase the value of each company. So, what projects do you think you'd want to see them both work on?
I don't know about seeing them both work on, but I would like to see the cross play.
That's my number one.
That's the big one. And then once you get crossplay, then you start focusing on like, okay, why should I own the PlayStation over the Xbox? What can I get? Because you're obviously going to still have exclusives, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
So then it really, if both systems were comparable when they come out to with the PS5 and the Xbox, whatever the heck, that's what we could focus on. And that's going to be a lot more easier than be like, oh, which one is 4K? Which one is this? And, whatever the case may be. Yeah. Then we focus on like, okay, what games can I play on PlayStation that I can't play on Xbox or vice versa? I think that's the only thing I care about. I mean, what else would they do, you think? I
don't know. Yeah, what I'd like to see is one thing that Xbox has done really well with, and Sony's been working on it too. Again, I'm a bias of Xbox, and you are, of course, Sony.
Yeah.
But one thing that Xbox has always been really good about is backwards compatibility. Sony's bringing that in. It would be really nice. This is like so impossible. But if you owned an Xbox, you could buy like PS2 titles to download onto your Xbox.
Just stop talking. That's too insane.
Well, and then if you're a PlayStation guy, you can buy the old...
Yeah.
I want to say Halo, but there's just no way Halo will ever be on the list.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But some of the old Xbox exclusives to, say like Xbox One and Xbox 360 games that are old exclusives.
Because, just old ones. Because you wouldn't do new games though, right? Just
no, but that's where it benefits both companies. is if I'm playing on my Xbox and I'm playing the old, I don't know, pick a Sony exclusive from the old days.
Just like the first God of War or something.
Okay, well, that's a really good example because I do want to play God of War, but I don't own a PlayStation. Anyways,
Has a PlayStation shirt on.
What's that?
Your shirt.
Well, okay, I know. I'm currently wearing a PlayStation shirt. This is a PS2 shirt, I might add.
Okay.
But anyways, good catch. Okay, so if I'm playing the old God of War, I'm like, man, I gotta play the next one, and then man, I gotta get the PlayStation. I need to get around to buying a PlayStation. I don't know why I haven't yet, but anyways. Yeah. So you go and get the PlayStation to continue the story, and then on Xbox, it's the same thing. If you're playing the old Halos, and you're like, man, I really gotta see how Halo 5 shakes out. Let me go buy the new Microsoft Xbox, whatever it's called. You know.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. That'd be kind of neat.
Yeah, I think that's a stretch. I don't think we'll see that happen.
I don't think so, but
I think it'd be pretty amazing.
Okay. But definitely the crossplay has to happen.
I would love that.
They're talking about working together.
Microsoft has been working with Nintendo very well. We're getting Cuphead on Switch and everything like that. So, which I think maybe I'll be able to beat it on Switch. I don't know.
Oh God! So if they made it easy mode for children that play Switch, let me play that one.
Yeah. Can I get like 10 more lives? That'd be great. Or hits, whatever they're called. Hey guys, before we get to the next section, wanted to step in real quick and let you know the whole next segment is going to be something new we're starting called Blizzard Corner. It's all about the Blizzard developers, the Blizzard company, video game company down in Irvine, California. We're big fans of all their games, and we have BlizzCon coming up. We go to BlizzCon every year. Well, one of us does. And so once a month we're going to do this Blizzard Corner where we kind of update you on all the Blizzard games. A lot of times, at least one of us is playing a Blizzard game, and it is where we met a lot of our online friends that we, continue to talk to and play other games with. And so Blizzard games have always been kind of like where we return to. We're going to dedicate this episode. The end of this episode is going to be Blizzard Corner, and then once a month we'll go ahead and go back to Blizzard Corner, and yeah, it should be fun. All right, we'll see you guys later. Bye. Okay, here we go, man. Blizzard Corner. That's what I think I'm going to call this segment because it's all Blizzard, and I know we're such big fans of Blizzard over here. We talk about this developer way too much, but we love them. And let's start off with they're celebrating 15th year anniversary this year, and then putting out a collector's edition of the game. Are you buying this? I know it's sold out, but are you going to find a way to buy this?
The collector's one?
Yeah.
I mean, I have an app, but it depends how much more they're going to upsell it.
Yeah. It's for $99.99. It's coming out October 8th. It comes with a Collector's Ragnarok statue, which is like beautiful. It's black and gold. Yeah. Oh, so good. And a Nixia pin. Pretty cool. A mouse pad that has the map of Azeroth. Actually has the map of Azeroth, Outlands, and the other one too. The Collector's Edition of the game. And it has has some prints. And it has 2 amazing mounts that are like marble statue mounts.
Dang, that's pretty neat. Yeah,
of the original flying like taxi cab ones. So the Griffin for the Alliance and the what's it called? It's the lion. It's the flying lion.
With the bat wings?
Yeah, for the Horde. But they're like marble versions and they're like higher def.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they look amazing. We'll have to show you afterwards.
Okay. So at least you could get that if you don't get the physical collector's edition.
No, that's from the physical collector's
You can't even get those mounts?
Yeah, I know.
From a digital?
That's like the $99 worth right there.
What the fucking goddamn it, Blizzard. Yeah. You got that Activision blood in you too much now.
Well, no, see, okay. I hear you out, but that
they've always done that.
But that exclusivity is Blizzard.
Yeah.
The Activision part is that if those mounts became on the mount store later on.
Yeah, but they've always done that. I feel like you can always get the digital collector's edition.
Right.
So you'll get everything that came with the collectors, but just not the physical stuff.
Well, okay, I can see that. I can see them announcing some sort of digital collector's edition.
Yeah.
Which would be the Activision blood in them.
Yeah.
The Blizzard thing is like, there's only 100 of these boxes. Fine.
Yeah, but I feel like they've always done that, though, without Activision.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is the exclusive, like the hard to find stuff, that's a Blizzard thing. Mm-hmm. The idea of like, okay, and we'll make the digital versions available for everybody is the Activision part.
Yeah.
Because Blizzard would be cool with them having the hype and without the money. And Activision's like, screw that. Let's get the hype out there. Then let's get all the money we can out of that hype.
Yeah.
So I think that's, that's how we're...
Which I do love my marble pig mount. I have that pig mount. And it's all rock too. I was like, oh man, I need all of this. I need to grab that at some point. Because it's nice. Once you get to a certain point, if they do the digital version again, it's going to be wild gold for me. Yeah.
Once it gets to a point where you can farm enough gold to where you're just buying everything with gold. Mm-hmm. The new expansion for Hearthstone came out. I bought it with gold. And it's been a lot of fun. It's where you're like a bunch of like evildoers trying to invade Dalaran. So it's pretty cool. It's been a lot of fun. Okay. even if you don't get to buy this, though, there is still the 15th anniversary fun stuff they're going to do in-game. Including, they're talking about this thing where you actually get to fight old bosses at your level.
Okay.
So it'll be like a raid you walk into, or whatever. It's like you get to revisit old bosses, and they're going to be like, oh, you're fighting the Lich King, and then you're going to go fight Yogg-Saron, then you'll fight Onyxia, then you'll go fight, Garrosh, or whatever. You're going to be visiting all old bosses. Is there any boss from WoW that you'd want to play again the most?
Well, back it up. So is this going to be one raid with all old school bosses?
Or one boss in that raid will be hard again.
Okay. Now, is this only going to be with the vanilla expansion?
During this event.
Okay, just the event.
Yeah, so I'm building up to something, but basically there's going to be like a list of challenges for you to do. Mm-hmm. And in the challenges, one of the things is to go back and beat these old bosses, but they're hard again, where you actually need to raid for them.
A boss that I would want to kill again, though?
Yeah.
I don't know, actually. The Lich King always has memories with me, because that was my first raiding when we did it. Yeah, but I wouldn't want to do that again. Maybe Garrosh.
I think Putricide. From that ICC, from the Lich King's raid, Putricide was the first time where...
okay, you're thinking... Okay.
When we killed it, like...
I'm thinking like big ones.
Yeah, and I generally, But Putricide, to me, always has a fondness in my heart, because that was the first time where we hit a wall that took us like a month to get past. Mm-hmm. And when we did, man, back when we were on Vent, when Vent blew up, man, I was like, this is what raiding's all about, was getting this boss down.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of like I would like to feel that again.
Yeah.
That moment. But,
I'll have to look back on bosses.
Yeah. Yogg-Saron's a tough one. That's a tough one too. Flame Lather. Me and Dan used to sell runs through the first boss of Ulduar and killing him. So it'd be kind of fun to see if we can do that again.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. But
that's neat though.
So everybody that logs in on those days during the event is going to get a free little baby Onyxia pet.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, so everybody's getting that. But if you complete all the challenges, which also includes killing these old bosses, you will get a new mount. And it is insane looking. It's like Onyxia mixed with Deathwing. I'll have to show you, dude. It is the most insane looking mount they've ever put out. I think it's my favorite dragon they put out. And it looks crazy good.
When is this event going on?
It'll be October 8th.
Oh, wow, still.
Yeah. The amount that are coming out is called Obsidian World Breaker. So you guys check it out. Obsidian World Breaker online right now. Google it up. It's amazing. Okay. Now, WoW Classic. I know you're beefing. You're not a big fan of this WoW Classic.
Yeah.
We're all nerding out.
One of the only ones, probably.
Yeah. Okay. The release date got announced, and it'll be... Release date's going to be starting August 27th. Mm-hmm. Okay. The closed beta period is starting May 15th, so it already started. If we get into beta, we will be streaming the heck out of it. On August 27th, we're going to be trying to stream. I keep throwing the word trying because I know how hard it's going to be. We're going to try to stream that for 24 hours straight. Yeah. Us playing WoW Classic, okay? I think we're going to have to tag team that. We'll have to rotate that around a little. That might be hard. But anyway, so we're going to do that. WoW Classic. Why are you not excited about it?
Because of all the time I put in my character to progress the story and get further, now you want me to go back in time to make a new character to start all the way over to level 50, 60? 60? Okay. That's a lot of time I could be putting on my other characters to get further on in life. That's how I feel. But I always go back to old games, so I get where other people come from. But
the nostalgia is a big part of it.
Yeah.
One of the big things for me is I think it's a good side thing. Like, look, usually, people have the WoW time, right? Mm-hmm. And you're playing your character, your main, and then, like, normally on the side, you level your alts. Maybe you're not really in the mood to level your alt. Maybe you're not in the mood to go find all the mounts or do all the achievements. This is another version of that. It's like kind of like a time waste. You're like, I'll go work on my 23. Maybe I can get them to 24 today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just another way to waste time because it comes with your subscription to WoW. So it's something that you're
so basically... you don't have to buy it.
Maybe the base game you have to buy, but I don't even think you will. I think that... No, actually, you know what? I'm almost guaranteeing the base game doesn't come... Or it comes with the base game. So it'll be free, basically.
Well, in that case, maybe I'll play around with it. No quest helper, no anything? We're going like full on day one?
It's so funny, dude. They have been... People who are in the beta are complaining so much about things. So they're like...
What the heck? Okay.
And so WoW had put out this article. I retweeted the original article, but they keep putting out more segments of it. Mm-hmm. There are people complaining about bugs, and WoW has explaining that, like, no, those aren't bugs. That's how the game used to play. So the latest one that just came out this morning was... They complained that when you accepted a quest, Like sometimes sometimes the quest marker, like the little exclamation point, wasn't in the right spot. They were complaining about that. And then when you accepted the quest, the dot where you'd have to go is in the wrong spot or whatever. And they were complaining like, hey, that's a bug, that's wrong. And then WoW would have to come out, and WoW came out and said like, no, that's how it was in the original game. It was in the wrong spot. So we made sure it was in the wrong spot again to purposely make that an original bug.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why do that though?
Because
I get it, but then you're like,
the nostalgia of it.
But then you're just fooling people to be like, oh, I'm gonna go over here.
But those are not the fans that they're looking for. They're looking for the fans to be like, oh, that's right, I had to, because the idea is that you can't go off the map. Yeah. You have to read the quest, and you have to see, oh, it's west of.
Damn, I remember when I first started playing, I had to do that, and then even look it up on Google. It. Yeah, Thoughtbot. Oh wow, yeah.
That feeling you just got right there by the word Thoughtbot is what.
Yeah, but that also means I don't want to go through that again.
No. I think we've talked about it in the past. We've talked about a lot of WoW Classic in the past, and I think we're all better players now than we were then. Mm-hmm. So I still think we're gonna go through it pretty good.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of the fact that like they had to do a lot of work in making sure the game was bad.
Okay. So in that case, if it comes with a subscription, I will play it. But I will play it. Okay, hold on. First, actually, 2 questions. Let me backtrack. Can you, if you have a level 5 character already, can you use that character for the WoW Classic? Or do you have to straight start? Okay.
Because those 5 levels are a lot easier to get in the new game than they are in the old one.
Okay. So that answers that. 2, I think that would finally make me want to play an Alliance character. Sounds horrible. I know. I'm sorry. That's
I'm already not a fan of you. So.
Yeah. So my whole life playing Horde,
using my Horde my cup holder right now.
No, I would never switch reality like in real life. Like no. Yeah. But that would make me be like, all right, well, let me experience something different. This is just a side thing. I know I'm only going to get to level 60. It's not going to progress anything further. I would never have like a level 120 Alliance character unless it was gifted to me somehow, whatever. But it would make me want to see, instead of, okay, you're an orc, you get in the Orgrimmar, you're running through just the wastelands, whatever. Not mean it as a title, but just like dirt. I don't know. I would like to see something different.
If I
treat it that way, like you said, if I did treat it like, oh, just a side thing.
Joe and I have done that before. We were leveling 2 Alliance hunters just to experience that side of the world. Yeah. And it was more, it was just to experience it. Yeah. We don't play those hunters anymore. We got them to like 40, and then we're like, okay, that's enough Alliance. Yeah. I do have a 105 paladin, human paladin. Mm-hmm. And that was because it was that free, boost your free character, and I have everything at max level. So I was like, okay, I'll go with human. Now what I do is I put them on a different server, so I have like a farm gold over there too. Yeah. But at the time, I was like, oh, I'll make a human paladin, so I can experience that other side too. And there's this achievement that's out, and so it kills me. But I actually have to level that damn paladin now because there's this achievement out, and it's the only character achievement I don't have yet, where you have a max level character on both Horde and Alliance. Oh, sure. Okay. And so I'm like, okay, that's an achievement that I know is a pain in the butt to get. I have to get that achievement. I could pay to do the I'm not going to pay. I want to do it the hard way. And so I am leveling this paladin. It's a prop paladin, so it's a tank. And what I do, and I'm just spamming dungeons. I'm not actually questing or like that. But what I do is I purposely wipe my dungeon every time, at least once, so that I can personally say that I killed 4 Alliance today. And that's okay. That's the only thing, because it kills me to play Alliance, but at least I'll make sure to pull the boss and then not taunt. Yeah. Okay. So I can at least feel good about like, look, at least I killed these 4 Alliance. Okay, so it's
okay. Shoot, I don't know, but that would make me do it if it came with it, the subscription. If I have to pay $60 for it, I might wait a little while. I'm not gonna. If I have to pay for it, I have my main that I want to level up to 120. Obviously, I got back into it. And then I would like to level up my shaman because I had that free 110 character. So I got a lot to do before I would ever go back to buy the old one.
Well, this one's not going to be out until September. I think September, August.
I still, I need some rating and some stuff. So I have time, though.
What level are you? Because I'm itching to level with you. But you're not.
My main, 108. Yeah. My free character, 110, so I don't really care. But once I hit 110, I'll let you know. Because you have 110 characters, correct?
I have a few.
Okay. Once I hit 110, then... Problem is I'm gone for a week.
What two? Texas, well, that's fine. What of those 2 do you think you're going to be sticking with to raid?
Oh, for sure, Monk. Okay. Tank Monk.
You're going to be tanking in the future?
Yeah, like we did in, last time I played with the Alliance
Warlords was... Draenor.
Warlords Draenor, yeah. Yeah. Tank with my Monk. Paint a Monk.
Set the Alliance. Well, that's an old guild right there. That's just a bank cult now.
Whatever happened to
it? It's not worth... it's just not worth raid leading anymore. I could find somebody else to do it for me. Okay. One more thing before we get into BlizzCon news. We got a new Thrall trailer that came out. A new World of Warcraft cinematic. That's what I mean. And we had Thrall come home. So, what do you think of that trailer? That cinematic?
I thought it was neat. The one thing that really the one part I thought was really cool was where Thrall was like, "You made him lead me. You led them here. You were followed or whatever." But he was like,
Yeah.
"No, I was following them." So
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh,
man, that was neat."
Yeah.
But Thrall coming home as a whole, do we still have the original Alliance? Because I don't give a fuck about the Alliance, but I should know the story. Who is?
Yeah, well, that's the problem. See, okay, so just for context, for everybody knows, you're playing through Legion right now, and everybody's in BFA.
Sure,
so
I'm super behind.
right. So right now, that there's the war between Horde and Alliance have escalated because of Azerite. But within the Horde, there's infighting, and so in the trailer we see Sourfang go to Thrall, and what we find out the reason he's doing this is because there are two rogues. I want to say they're Forsaken rogues. I want to say that they're there just to observe, but then Sourfang comes up, and Sourfang is Horde enemy number 1 right now. And so they actually are there to try to kill them because Sourfang's there, but the idea is that they're at least followed into here through Sourfang. So Sourfang's talking to Thrall. Then, Thrall's saying, like, dude, I'm happy here. I don't want to... But Sourfang's telling him, like, you're on Outlands. It's falling apart. It's dying. The crops we saw earlier, he's, like, holding the wheat and it's crushing. Yeah. It's all crappy crops. You're not actually able to survive here. And he's telling him, like, you're not even safe here. And then just, boom, there's two rogues coming to kill him. So we're seeing the idea that, so Thrall's joining the rebels, which has Sourfang, has Bane now. It'll have Lothar Mars pretty soon. I mean, all the cool characters. The only ones that are not here are Alliance. And, or not Alliance, are Sylvanas and Thanos. So, I'm interested to see what happens. Basically, what it's boiling down to is what's going to happen with Sylvanas. Yeah. And I would like to see new Lich Queen. I'd like to see her take over the Lich King spot.
Okay. So who's the leader of the Alliance right now? Not the original, is it?
No, it's Anduin.
Okay. So I'm kind of at a point where maybe we could just move on with the leaders. But even though Thrall's amazing. But
I don't want to. I think Bane should be our new leader. Because I think Bane, his mentality is what the leader should be. First off, he's cool with working with the Alliance. And I think we're getting to the point now. I think BFA, the point of BFA is to escalate the Horde versus Alliance thing so much that we can finally just put it to bed. And then we'll have like war games instead of actual battlegrounds. Because I think we've constantly come across threats in WoW that are way bigger than the factions. How are we still fighting after we've beaten the Lich King and the entire Legion and Deathwing and, And
it's supposed to be like together, right?
Every time it's always been together.
Because I'm on Legion doing questing and I'm literally helping out Night Elves.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like...
Well, Legion did a really good job where the idea in Legion is that you're actually helping your class more than anything else. So, like, you're with a group of monks for yours and, like, okay, as monks, this is how we could help beat the Legion. And that unity is what's important. And I think that's why BFA exists is because they need to do that Horde Alliance thing. It's this base story the whole time. And then after this expansion, it'll be more about teams. It'll be kind of like, yeah, I'm Horde because I'm Horde, but it's not like I hate Alliance in the same way. You know what I'm saying? Story to what? Narratively. Yeah.
So then that got me thinking, too. Earlier I was thinking about when you make a new character, you're like, damn, I'm going to start from level 1.
Yeah.
Just killing bugs or whatever. At what point, I get they're going to keep going until they stop making money, but at what point for story-wise, you're just like, hey, just quit it? And leveling-wise, what do you think?
Well, I don't know.
Because you're talking about how the Alliance, they'll just be like, oh, let's play war games or something. That means I'd be like, okay, well, what are you going to do next? I feel like that's closing.
Well, just for the PvP aspect, I'm saying, like, PvP-wise, I think you have to still have PvP in the game. Yeah. I think they would make that war games instead of, like how in arenas you can fight against Horde when you're Horde still. That whole thing. It would make queue times a lot easier. It helps with, like, the dwindling numbers because WoW is steady where it's at, but it's not the 12 million it was in Wrath. And so, they report numbers back like 5 to 7 million is what we're hearing. This would help. This would make it to where if you're able to kind of like queue times for battlegrounds would be a lot better. I don't want to work with Alliance in dungeons because I still hate Alliance, but that could be where it goes to where we're working together in dungeons as well. Queue together, but I don't know. It would be
that would make the queues go super faster though.
Yeah, and LFRs,
But then back to the question. Then how far do you see WoW going? Just until they stop making money, or?
Well, okay, so that's I forgot
every story needs an ending, so that's how I feel.
So next is going to be the Old Gods. That's our next big thing is fighting the Old Gods. We have within the B plot, or actually I guess it would be considered the C plot of BFA, is the fact that the gods of death, like the entities of death, the Lich King, Helya, and Wamsamdi and stuff like that. All these different badasses of death. There's something bigger than them that's on the death side that might be controlling things, and it come to find out like the Lich King or Sylvanas is like purposely like either working or fighting against that individual and not telling us about it, or probably fighting with them. So I think we're going to be seeing. They're introducing death as a villain here pretty soon. I think is what's going to happen. We have the old gods as villains. I think her name is Katie Goldwyn. That's probably not right. But anyways, she writes a lot of their novels. Some of the best novels, World of Warcraft novels out there. They hired her on as a writer for the story. So I'm excited to see how that's going to go.
Okay.
Because she's really, really good at writing their books. Illidan book and stuff like that. I have a couple of them. And so we're going to get better and better stories out of World of Warcraft. It would be nice if they scaled them down. Because when you're level 60, all you cared about was killing this one lone dragon that's out there. That's a problem. And we have for years now been saving Azeroth on a global level every time. Yeah. So it'd be nice if they kind of scaled them down a little bit to where like there was a way to do that where we only had to worry about this little section right here. I don't know.
So you don't see it ending anytime soon?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah. I don't either. I just know like I'm the type of guy that, hey, once it starts, I would like to see it finish my lifetime.
Yeah.
But also then you can make something new. Like I'm still holding you up to the conversation we had many years ago, probably now, is a World of StarCraft.
Yeah. Oh man. World of StarCraft comes out. The new Diablo I'm hearing is more MMO than past Diablos and stuff like that. That's what the hints are. Yeah, World of StarCraft would be, God, that'd be amazing.
And you just keep WoW going in what it is. People still play WoW, but I would love to get on something different. Yeah. I would like to close a chapter in your life, I guess.
I wouldn't mind a World of Warcraft 2 coming out. The problem is MMO RPGs are not as strong as they used to be. They've changed a lot. There's a lot of Eastern MMO RPGs that changed how gameplay works. I would like, if we do World of Warcraft 2 maybe, but it's a jump ahead of like 50 years to where like your characters would be dead due to age or 100 years or 200 years, whatever, would be dead due to age. Maybe the technology's a little bit more advanced. You know, the goblins and gnomes have been working a little bit more on stuff. But, you know, it's, and you could still make a character, but it'd be cool if like, if your character, there was some sort of lineage like, oh yeah, this is off of my warrior back in the day. I don't know. It'd be kind of cool. You know, if we could see something. But that's the only way I could think of where you could do a whole new story. Because at that point, maybe the Horde had splintered, or the Alliance had splintered, or some big things could have happened over the last 100 years. Who knows? Yeah. And now you're just playing with those rules. It's a whole new thing. And then you'd have hints to the old game. Like, oh, here comes, you know, an old dragon that happened to be a big dragon back then.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
All right. Anyways. Okay. All right, BlizzCon.
Yes. We got our tickets.
They went on sale on the 4th and the 8th. We got our tickets. Thank you again to Tabby. From Washington, we gave her a shout out. She ended up really coming through with us. Yeah, her husband Richard, especially, he's the one that actually was able to get the refresh button going, and we got a couple tickets. I can't wait.
We're not. Don't get it mistaken. We're not giving them away. They're for me and you.
Oh yeah. Oh boy.
People think like, oh my god, they're gonna give them away.
No, God, no. So yeah, we will be recording while we're at BlizzCon. I'm gonna get recordings from the actual convention floor. We're gonna stream on Twitch convention floor stuff. So get a hold of us. We're going to work on bringing you guys the news as fast as we can that day. It's going to be all hype. Those days that we're there. I can't wait.
Yes.
What big announcements from each of the IPs? There you go. I'm making it. Now, not just WoW. Look at you, got your notes already.
I have a couple things.
Are you hoping for at BlizzCon? We'll talk more. We're going to do a pre-show for BlizzCon once we get there.
For sure.
But we're just on the hype right now.
And maybe they'll leak some stuff up right before we go or something, or something might get leaked out. I don't know. Yeah. A couple things. WoW expansion, of course, because why not? Why not? Yeah. You know. Diablo 4.
They have some making up to do after that. The mobile thing. Time. Yeah.
But I'm also the person that I would like to see Diablo Mobile out there still. Like, let me try it. I know it was there last time, but let me experience it and see maybe if you made any progress with it. Don't just... Yeah, hopefully it's still there. In this next one. Just don't give me something that was announced last BlizzCon and then you just dropped the ball and we never hear from again. That's what I don't want. So even though I'm not a big fan of it being on mobile, I'll try to. Of course, I'm going to buy it on mobile. Let's be real. Everyone that's upset, you're probably still going to buy it. Don't lie.
It'll be free on mobile, and then it's the premium
in-game
thing,
type.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, it'll be one of those things where I'll at least try it out.
Yeah. But let me experience it.
It's a lot of fun.
I just want to experience it and see if they made anything new about it. Yeah. Diablo 4 for sure. I want to see something because it's been a while.
Yeah.
I don't know, 6 years.
We're already getting whispers of what that game will be, so it's got to be in the end here.
Okay. Yeah. Hopefully, something from that. What about you? I have more, but I want to hear.
No, let's hear all yours. I want to. Yeah.
The other thing is something with Overwatch. I'm a big Overwatch guy.
There has to be something big because we're at a stalemate right now.
Bigger than world or levels, whatever you want to call them, maps.
Yeah.
And bigger than just the character coming out. Give me an expansion. They had the Blackwatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blackwatch event going on. And what was cool about that is you literally play like a snippet of a story. You play out of these 4 characters. Yeah. You get in the lobby. You pick whatever one is available, and you play through that story. That's awesome. So give me something that's a story mode, in a way. You develop this whole freaking world, and as soon as you turn on that game, you have Winston talking about what happened. Yeah. And then all we do is go into map and fight.
The story of Overwatch is amazing, and yet you play none of it.
Yeah.
It's always something that had happened in the past or something like that.
Exactly. And you give us like comics or whatever, but no, I want it in a game.
The cinematics for Overwatch, from Blizzard really in general, but from Overwatch specifically, are Pixar level. Like, they're so good, whimsical, they're engaging for everybody, they're really, really good.
Uh-huh.
Let me get into that world. Let me play that story.
You think they'll announce an Overwatch movie?
No. That would be cool. Yeah. But I don't think so. I think we're going to get something big from them. I think this PvE event that happened was a tester. I think they can get a whole expansion, maybe a whole game out of it. Mm-hmm. I would love that. Yeah. What kind of game would you want it to be? Would you want it to just be like a normal... do you want it to be open world or no?
An Overwatch open world game?
Like in comparison, would you want it to be like a Far Cry? Would you want it to be like a Halo where it's still kind of on rails a little bit? Would you want it to be, something like that? Or
give me on rails with Overwatch. Yeah. Yeah.
And then the trick is, how do you change out characters so often? Like, do you unlock characters as you go? I'm thinking like Marvel Ultimate Alliance type of thing like that.
Yeah, you're making it hella bigger than I wanted it to be.
Well, that's what
I'm just like, give me a level and you pick a character and go through a story.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm wanting a whole nother Overwatch game. I think I'm kind of... Not that I'm done with this game. Mm-hmm. It's like League of Legends. It's not a game that you're done with. It's a game you come back to. Mm-hmm. But I'm ready for the next big one.
Dang, yeah. What would you like to see it as?
So I just want a whole new Overwatch game that is like a Halo. I want it to be like a Halo. And I want it to be where, as you're going, you're unlocking, like in the perfect world, to be like Metroid, where you're going, and you see something that, man, if I had like Winston's jump, I think I can get up there. Or something like that, maybe. I don't know.
So I wonder if you do a story mode, kind of like how I wanted, of each level is a different character. So you got to experience everyone.
Yeah.
I can see that, but then it pulls you to be like, oh, well, I kind of like using Bridget now because I got to play with her a little bit here.
Oh, I like that idea, yeah.
But then it gave you it. Oh, I mean, I guess it's kind of like the comics. You get a story with each character.
Yeah, maybe if we go over a story for each character that really kind of brings out the character's personality and let you try every one of their abilities.
And like a decent story, not just like, here's one level.
That's one thing we can be sure of. If Blizzard's going to do something, they're going to put everything they have into it. Yeah. They always have. It'll be a good story.
Yeah.
So, man, we're such fanboys over here. Sorry. We're developing this whole section that's just on one developer. But yeah. Okay, so that's Overwatch. That's Diablo. That's World of Warcraft. What do you want for StarCraft?
Oh, man, it's so crazy because I just don't care.
Really?
No. So I just downloaded StarCraft because I have all the expansions.
Yeah.
Oh, is it free?
StarCraft 2 is free now, yeah.
Oh, well, I bought all the expansions, and I reinstalled it just to be okay, I need to finish the story. Because it's neat, but... Yeah,
I need to finish the story as well. I'm actually, my final in my class right now is on StarCraft, and I haven't on the expansion I haven't played yet.
Yeah.
So I do need to play it. So
what I want to see is what kind of brought up again. I want to see a World of StarCraft.
Oh.
If you're not going to cancel World of Warcraft for World of StarCraft, give me a World of StarCraft. Let me be that little soldier guy running around shooting everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which race would you want to play?
The humans, for sure. That is the one I will be. The humans.
Protoss all day.
You're fucking crazy.
No way.
The humans are so badass with the armor and all that.
I love playing as humans in StarCraft.
Yeah.
I think Protoss I like playing a lot too.
Yeah.
But I would want to play as a Protoss.
Dang.
Oh yeah, for Iron Man. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, we're gonna have to be different races on this one.
Yeah. Hearthstone, Heroes of the Storm. Anything you want to hear?
No, I don't care about Hearthstone.
What esport are you looking forward to the most?
Overwatch. It's the only one I actually focus on.
Watch some WoW Arenas beforehand. WoW Arenas ended up being really good, and one thing that I love, once you get to max level and we start doing some Myth Dungeons together, then watch it. The MDI has become this new esport thing that people don't give enough credit to. It's amazing, where they have 2 dungeon teams race to finish a dungeon with auto fixes and stuff like that. And
how many bosses in a dungeon then?
Well, 3 to 4. It's a normal dungeons.
Okay.
But it's how fast can you clear it, and what the fixes were like, oh, they lose aggro randomly, or oh, they explode when they die, stuff like that. All the different fixes, right? And to watch them, how they pull, like they do things that you think are just impossible, but these teams train and train and train to where they know melee swings and exactly how to time things and stuff like that, and it's unreal. Really cool. I got to watch, when I was watching the last MDIs live at there, I was sitting next to Sko. For you guys super WoW fans that understand what this means, I was sitting next to Sko when it was Method versus Method. He's the guild leader of Method, the biggest guild in the world.
Dang.
You know, and was able to chit chat with him for a little bit. I mean, it was really, really cool because it was like, I wasn't a Method fan before. I'm a Method man now. Yeah. So it was really, really cool. It was MDI.
That's crazy to experience. Like what the 2 top teams are from the same guild.
Yeah. Well, they ended up. That was the semifinals. Then they went to play against I think Free Mary, and I think Free Mary won. Okay. So. But yeah, it was still just, oh man, it was like, this is picturesque moment. This is unreal. Yeah, this is esports greatness.
Dang, that's neat. So
it was really cool. Now I follow him and like all the officers on Twitter and stuff like that. So anyways,
so what are you excited for?
Just
that
the new WoW expansion. Yeah, I think it's going to be. I'm hoping for something crazy big because every other WoW expansion is amazing. You know, you got Draenor was terrible. But before that, I liked Pandaria a lot. I think it had really good raids.
Yeah, I like Pandaria.
You had Draenor that was bad. Then you had Legion, which was probably the best expansion ever, which I know is crazy to say. Then you had BFA, meh. And now you're going to have the next one's going to be amazing. Yeah. That's what I'm hoping for. So.
And you're thinking it's something to do with the gods?
Old gods for sure, yeah. Okay. Well, we're probably going to kill N'Zoth at the end of this, but I think N'Zoth might raise all past old gods that we already killed. So we'll get like Cthulhu and Yogg-Saron and stuff like that. We'll get them all back. I think that might be what happens. Or we're going to find out that Sylvanas has been working with Death this whole time. And we're going to get this big death boss where we have to kill Lich King and Helya and all them again. So I think we're going to get... And Bamsamdi, I'd love to fight him. So it'd be really cool. I think we're going to have some cool stuff there. StarCraft, I would like to have a whole new StarCraft. Yeah. Diablo, sure, new game. I've gotten in Diablo like once real hardcore. Yeah. It is kind of one of those games I'll play the story for sure, but I'm not really like huge into it. Hearthstone, man, more expansions. I love Hearthstone. Yeah. So more card packs. That's about it, really. Any
new IPs, you think? No.
They probably are working on some. I think Activision wants them to work on some. Yeah. But Blizzard's one of those companies where if they come out with a new IP every 10 years, I'm happy. Like, it could be that slow, I'm really. Yeah.
Because, I don't know. Did you go to the BlizzCon where they announced Overwatch for the first time? No?
No, I didn't go to that one, no.
I'm just curious on what that... I had, yeah, I'm just curious on what that... You're like, oh, well, this looks kind of cool. Next thing you know, it's a freaking iconic game.
Well, yeah, but the idea that they'd be announcing a new game when you're sitting there is crazy because it's Blizzard. So that means I think when that one came out, it was like the first IP in like 12, 15 years.
God, who knows, yeah.
And so when you're watching this thing, you're like, holy cow, I'm at the BlizzCon where they're announcing Overwatch, you know? So it's, and it's sure it's Team Fortress 2 clone, but I mean, they nailed it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I'm excited for it.
Yeah, same.
All right, guys, I think that's about it. We've got a long one today for you. But it was worth it. We had a lot of good stuff in there, I think.
Yes.
All right, guys. Next week we'll have the Aladdin and the John Wick reviews and some more little news. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye. Bye. Thank you for joining us on the Geek Freaks podcast. You can find us on Twitter at Geek Freaks Pod. We're also on Facebook, Instagram. You can email us. We have our Patreon and a store. All those links are in the description. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you guys next week.